Alright guys, I did come back to this little town for a second trip. I want to check these places out a little bit. I also want to get down here, check this out a little bit. That was one of the last stops I made last week when I was here, or earlier in the week when I was here. Just checking out that. I'm going to try to get down here. I'm going to come back up, look at them buildings. So, yeah, hold on a minute. I could see these blocks popping out of the wall when I was down there earlier in the week, and I was looking up here, looking at this stuff. Of course, can't see any of these meltolithics without having the remnants of the red bricks still in there, right? I'm gonna come down here around this corner. There's a lot of picker bushes and shrubs around, so sorry about the camera action. All right. Look at the size of these blocks. These things are massive, massive blocks. It would weigh tons. It would weigh tons. How would you get them here? See some structure across the river. I've been thinking about maybe trying to make it over there. I might be able to cross that bridge, come over there. I was down there earlier in the week. Down over here. You can see down over there. Right behind me we got some blocks stacked up. Of course, all over the ground. Why wouldn't we have them? Of course, we got the red bricks. And like I said, this stuff really hard to get to, especially once the leaves come out. So I'm really trying to get a little bit before we hit heavy spring. All right, hold on, let me get my foot in here. Okay, you can see top of that old world building right here. Look at these blocks. The main road that you drive in is right up on the top of these. These things are massive blocks. And I would be surprised to find any actual red brick survival in any of this. But in my opinion, this is probably a big red brick wall. But these are some giant blocks. Actually, a little tunnelway in there. Just barely crawl through that if I wanted to get up in there, but I'm not going to get up in there. It's kind of weird, kind of strange to have a little crawl tunnelway that goes under the main road. If I was to guess, I would say not too many people make it down here. That actually looks like nobody ever has made it down here. So whatever this is, just what remained after whatever event happened. All right, I'm gonna climb up out of here. All right, before we get up the hill, I'm gonna climb up this hill to get up to these buildings. This hill is probably made of. Used to be made of. Definitely wasn't all grass. That's after effect. Well, let's go check these places out. Kind of curious what it looks like under the shake shingles. This is the center of town right here. This is the center of town. Just look at this place. It's quite the foundation. Right off the bat, you can see it's in the ground. Of course, they had to red brick that up. Why wouldn't they? Another wall. Castle walls, what we call them. It's coming out of the ground, out of nowhere, right? Some pretty unique tech up on top of that place. This is right behind it, right? This MELTOLIGIST, whatever you want to call it. Down here, you see remnants of something that I guess somebody just kind of stuck it in here. That's what they always do. Johnny Applebrick come to leave his mark. The only one I see in the whole wall, of course. A lot of strange markings. Feather and wedge markings. What they try to call them. Hey, let's get out of here. Sorry, guys. I'd probably say that's probably brick under that siding. Red brick under the white siding, if I was to guess. Some big blocks in this town. Say that, some big blocks in this town. Before. I've seen that before. Okay, so I came across the bridge. Last time I was here, I was down on that side down there. And to keep a frame of reference, there's the old church I was just looking at. So to me, it looks like there is a lot of old structure on this side of the river. Honestly, I don't know which way I want to start. See the beavers are coming to get them trees. I think I'm going to go this way though. So on this side would be the opposite side of the river that I was on earlier in the week. And definitely looks like there's some structure down here to check out. And I think it actually made it into a trail on this side, so. No, I've never seen that one before. All right, let's go check out and see what we can find. So I guess this is the side that they want you to look at. So we'll see what they left for people. And the side I was on last week, there's no trail. So we're gonna look at this place. Definitely some old structure here. And of course we get the Meltolithic destroyed wall. This one looks pretty. It's different than the rest. You can almost see bricks in that. Actually, you can see bricks in that. Guys, this is old melted bricks. Alright, let's walk down here. It just brings us to the other side of the bridge. Look at these stones. Who would actually use these stones? Like, seriously. And I think we kind of know what they are. And we see stuff like this. That's brick. That's brick. It's red brick. Changed into whatever that is, rock. That's red brick. And we know it is from the video I showed earlier about the bricks morphing into different kind of forms and shapes and old red brick. Yeah, it looks like they definitely on this side looks like they kind of trying to make it into a nice little walkway. You bring your family, have a little picnic over here. Don't really ask any questions about the concrete foundations that are everywhere. But when we were on that side, we found out the truth about what this really is. So I'd be surprised if we really found too much evidence on the side of this river. But you never know. They leave stuff out in plain sight, and nobody even bats an eye or asks a question about it. Like how did they get these giant 5-ton blocks here with donkeys and wagons, you know? How did they build this bridge right here with donkeys and wagons and then haul all these giant, massive stones from wherever they say they got them from, when clearly they had access to red bricks? And how much easier would it be to just build everything out with red bricks? Because you know what it is? they did build it all out with red bricks. Or somebody put it here with red bricks. But something happened here and it turned them red bricks into what we're looking at right now. There's not, that's the bottom line, guys. How easy would it have been to just lay red brick after red brick after red brick instead of hauling all these massive giant stones from wherever they say they got them from and hauled them for miles and miles on these dirt roads with these wagons and donkeys. Didn't happen. That did not happen, guys. All right, that's my rant for the day. Let's go see if we can find anything over here. If not, I want to take another look at that other side with the channels and the bricks everywhere, because that place was pretty awesome. But I do see structure like all throughout these woods right here. Like nothing but structure. Looks like foundation. All these old buildings right on the railroad tracks. And nobody bats an eye at it when they come walking through here with their family, because I can see there's a trail made right through here. I seen the map of the trail before I even came in here. So this is a trail that people come and walk their families on and have picnics out here. And don't even think twice about what they're looking at or what they're standing in, which is some old world structure right on the river that probably used to draw power out of that water and draw a current to power whatever they were trying to power with the current. But I'm inside right now, a massive, massive building. I'm surrounded. I don't know if you guys can see it. The foundation is just lining that river. Here, I'll come over here. Sorry if I'm in rare form today, guys, but I seen a couple videos earlier that kind of got on my nerves. This is a wall that it runs parallel with the Miller's River right out there. Big giant building. And I'm just walking right down the middle of it because there's the wall on the other side. I'll come show you. So it's a big giant building structure out in the middle of nowhere. Looks like some fellow boots on the ground people have been come walking through here, because I didn't put these here. It's old Nebco, old CBco. Nice. If I was to guess, I'd probably say lake speed. He likes to walk on these trails. This would be a trail that would be marked on the all trails list. Look at the big pipe coming out of the side of this old concrete. That's what you want to call it. Yeah, I've seen the same concrete before, and what it really turns out to be is red bricks turned into concrete. So, but we'll go with the concrete narrative. Somebody came through here. Somebody that knew what they were looking at came through here. Sometimes I wonder if people leave stuff out just for me to find. If that was Chris, hey Chris, I'm in Royalston right now. If you were here and you put the bricks out, I seen them. Of course, we got a tree consuming up whatever it can suck into it. Sucking in the rock, taking it off the wall. Yeah, this side I could see why they would put trail through here, because it all just looks like concrete and just the old concrete foundation and old building from the 18 blah blah blahs, Like these are all stampers too. It's all stampers. A lot of stamps. A lot of them are worn off, but they're all stamped. This place is pretty massive. Pretty massive. Yep. And of course, piles of bricks everywhere. Yeah, somebody came through here, a meltologist, or somebody that was curious about meltology, came walking through here. Look at this one. Definitely melted. Definitely damaged. And set right out for someone to come across like me. Yeah, I would almost guarantee this is Chris. All different kind of stampers too. Yeah, not just one. You got the CB Co. The old Otter one. All in the same pile. These were just in the ground. Big, oh, look like they used to be big, huge columns. I've never been here on this side of the river, so this is my first time over here. I think I'm gonna switch back over to the other side though. It's pretty cool though. They look like trash cans wrapped around some sort of column. There's a ton of them. Strange. I've never seen that before. Well, they're definitely guiding you on the trail, so I guess they only want you to see what they want you to see. But I wonder if people see this. There's a tree that fell down right here. Root system all up in the air. And look what's in the root system. Oh, just so happens to be red bricks in the root system of this tree that fell down. Looks like it's been dining on bricks for a while. Yeah, come on guys, seriously guys. Even got that railroad spike in there. She was hungry. It's an old system that went over the river over here. You have to say the other side of the river looks a lot more interesting. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna cross back over. That's on the other side of the river. This is where I ended off last week. I finished my video off right about there last week. The layering of the stone walls behind it though. It's up on the street. All those channels are behind this wall right here. A bunch of channels that run in through in there. I think I'm gonna go back over there. Look at this place. It's all concrete, right? This looks like an old concrete building going down. I don't know, here's some of the rubble. What's that inside the rubble? How did that get inside this concrete rubble? Oh, look, another one right here. In a big giant. Looks like a concrete chunk. But it's Pebble Creek, right? Pebble Creek. Oh, you know what? Because I came off the trail that they gave everybody to walk on. So this is off the trail. You come find out that this concrete might have not have been concrete after all. All this concrete might have been red brick. It's the other side of the wall. It looks like it's coming down. All right, before I cross back over the river, just want to give you a little panoramic what's around me. Used to be a big, giant, some kind of a factory or a building structure. Big, huge one. And it looks like something happened to it. Where'd the rest of it go, though? Just the foundational remains. Sorry. I was standing on that. Yep, just the foundational remains. But where's the rest of the structure? It's gone. MIA. Yeah. This is us meltologists saying hi to each other. That's what this is. That's a meltologist saying, I've been here. All right, I'm gonna cross back over. Oh, seriously, look at the bridge. Like it comes right through the big concrete layer. You can see right through. This is pretty amazing structure right here. Looks like they had a step on this intentionally. And that floor right there, see the look of it coming down over here. All right, this is the channel system I was walking through earlier in the week right here. I started off right down below, and I worked all the way down to where you can see the water. I'm gonna walk down there and start down on that side and work my way back up this time. Let's see if I can find anything I missed the first time I was here. This is walking down the street that goes to these ruins down here. Kind of weird spot for a valve. see the river right over here. All the maroons are right all down in there. And I guess Johnny Applebrick just couldn't resist himself. Johnny Applebrick couldn't resist himself, I guess. Sometimes I wonder if this is the center point of the whole electrocution or whatever happened, and everything from that side of it goes, and then everything from that side of it goes, and it all meets at this point. And then in the one center point, the whole thing, the brick survives. Maybe it's like a spiral effect around it, like a, I don't know how you call it, like a vortex that goes around it and saves that one brick. But that's just a theory I've been working on. I don't know. It does kind of look like a center point of a pattern, but if I was to say so. So yeah, just imagine this is the center point, and there's a vortex swirling around this one brick, spreading out that way, then spreading out that way. Or maybe it came, yeah, that's what I would think. Like that's what I would think. And the vortex saved the brick. Because Johnny Applebrick didn't come and stick that in this wall. I can guarantee you that 100%. But those are just theories. Just theories. But theories working off theories of people that have come up with their own theories. So I'm making, theorizing off theories of other people. Why is this hydrant buried? Like literally buried. Buried. How do you even get to it? How are you putting out a fire with that thing? It's in the ground. They made the wall right around it, but it's in the damn ground. Okay, yep. Alright guys, yeah. Tell you the truth, I got quite a bit of time this weekend to get out and about, so I might put a lot of stuff out there this weekend. But Friday afternoon, I figured I'd stay close to where I live, come check this place out again. And I mean, this wall is insane. Another one up above me. And people just drive by it every single day without even a second thought. And people see that one brick sitting in there and nobody even thinks about it. Like not even a second thought about why is there one red brick in the middle of this giant stone wall. It stops right here, and hey, it's so strange. All right, look at it. This is those lines all the way up with them old world buildings. That's in the center of Royalston. So that's the center of Royalston. This wall runs all the way down. Crazy pipe coming out of it. Look at what we got on the fire hydrant down here. Hey, what's that? I recognize that. Except for there was 3 of them with wheels on the top. I've never actually seen that on a hydrant before. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I can't see it with the sun. Alright, I'm going to start off over here. Some sort of, I don't know, marker. Looks like probably used to be something that went over the bridge. I'd say probably a big giant pipe. Probably a big giant pipe used to go over the bridge right here. If I was to guess. But it could have been something else because it looks like you can get in there. So maybe it was like a catwalk that went across the whole thing. What's it called? A gauging station? Let me get up there, see if we can read that. It looked like gagging, but I think it says gauging. Yeah, I guess it's a confined space. What the hell does it go to? Why is there a door in this thing? I mean, what would you do in that thing? Gauge what? Looks like there's stuff missing, for sure. Another door on the back of it. So we're going to start our journey this way today. We're just across the river. I was just right over there. I was just over there. We're going to go this way today. No crazy climbing. It actually looks like a trail that runs right into it. But I guess last week, I didn't really check out my surroundings before I started exploring. I just boom, walked right into it. So I keep saying last week, but actually it was like 3 days ago. Looks like some red bricks just sitting here for no reason. Just sitting here for no reason. Yeah, pretty odd stone. What that's doing behind me. You get that wall I was just walking down right up above the street right there. This is next level down. I don't know what those are all doing that for. That looks pretty cooked out. Well, maybe they're gonna start a trail on this side because it looks like they're cutting trees down. So must be getting ready to put a trail over here. I want you to take notice to the ends of these ones right here. Look at the end of that one. That's a red brick. It looked like it was getting ready to transform into something. All of them. But they're getting ready to transform into this. Because the ends of bricks are not gray. Granite's gray though. Alright, let's move. Maybe a big giant fucking massive stones out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, where'd this thing come from? All marked up with the marks. Let's follow this wall we were on now. Look it under the tree. These are the trees they're cutting down. These are the brick eaters. Sorry. Eating the bricks, guys. The tree was eating the bricks. Yeah, look at the ends of them. They're all gray. Like they're just getting ready to switch over to granite and then just instantly stopped. What's that doing in there? How did that even get in there? Did somebody come put a little brick chunk in the wall? Because Must have been the tree cutters. The guys that are out cutting the tree probably stuck that little bricklet in there just to throw us off. That would suck if I was down in them channels and that happened. A big chunk of something survived. I wonder if they are going to make a trail coming through here. They're going to get rid of all that. Because that would be, that might make people question, that might make some people question what's going on if they left that there. If they left that there. It's all supposed to be cement. Like, it looks like cement. Everything looks like cement and giant blocks. And then somebody might ask the question of, well, if they had bricks, why would they build with giant blocks? So to me, if they are going to make a nature trail through here, I would probably say these would probably be gone. I'd be really surprised if they left all that there. Guys, look at what we got going on here. Even down, maybe not. These aren't concrete walls. These are brick walls, guys. The brick walls. This one has these big, massive steel running through, like steel columns running right through. And in my opinion, be the only reason why it stayed brick. Because these got electrocuted or heated. These are damaged in some severe way. Look, I can prove it. Look at them. Look at them. Those are heat damaged, or electrical damaged red bricks. I don't even know what to say about this thing right here. I think that it's hard to tell the scope of it through my camera. Maybe I might stand up on this ledge and show you from up here. Hold on a minute. You can get a better scope of it from up here. It's the only thing here that's all brick. Everything else looks stone and concrete with some bricks spread around. Hold on, I gotta get down. Below it. crazy, guys. Yeah, still speechless. Still speechless, guys. Completely electrified. Can imagine the intensity that was going through this wall at some point to do this to it. I want to shout out, I am Kairos, and I think he's right when he said this place has not been touched since the event. So I agree, Kairos. I agree. This place has not been touched since the event. And these, whatever these metal things were that were running through this wall right here, is the reason why it's still brick. Or it would look like everything else around here. That would be a big block wall right at the end. So yeah, I'd be surprised if they left it here. They didn't tear it out. Be very surprised if they left it here. Alright, let's walk down this way. See a lot of people up top, but nobody comes down. So nobody's told me to get out either, and I definitely see any no trespassing signs. And they make it into Massachusetts trail, so really they can't keep people out, I guess. So that wall right behind me, way down there. A big brick, surviving brick wall right there. This is the street. So we'll just follow the same direction. Underneath the granite, right there. Right down in the channel. This must have been the main one to go out to the water. And right here it splits into two. You got this channel right here, and another channel over here. I don't know if I came walking through here last time. Again, should have worn my boots. Should have worn my boots. I both survived that. Bricks. All bricks. I don't think I walked down this side last time. Again, bricks in the stone wall. And again, bricks in the stone wall. Let me get up over here. What else do you say, really? Get the top of here. Everything is big, giant granite blocks except for that. That's a strange looking rock. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. What happened to that one? Coming out of the wall, guys. Supposed to be a stone wall. Supposed to be a stone wall. But all we're seeing is remnants of a brick wall. Remnants of a brick wall. Evidence of used to be a brick wall. What cut the beam? I want to know what cut these beams. You're gonna go from brick in between the beams, a little bit up, and then stick the big block up there. This doesn't make any logical sense in any type of construction or building that anybody would ever think of. So yeah, I hope this video came out all right. I know I kind of covered the same sections last time, but this place is very, very compelling on the things I'm finding here. Like, what happened to these beams? It's like the quarter grooves on the graves. All bricks. Damaged, melted ones at that. Wonder what was here that was steel that ran across this channel right here. Something definitely ran across the channel. all under here. You know you can't see them really. Hold on 1 minute. Those are some of the worst pickle bushes I've ever encountered right there. This is the same wall. Same channel wall. How did these get in here? Why is there just supposedly a big patch of nasty ass pickle bushes growing right on top of it to hide it? Yeah, those things look damaged. Alright guys, I think I'm pretty much running out of time. So I'll go until I get up to the top. I'm actually bleeding from trying to remove those pickle bushes. Crazy. Sorry guys. Kind of a weird spot for those. Yeah, I think Kairos might have been right when he said this place hasn't been touched since the event. I think he might have nailed it right there. But it looks like they're coming in right now to put a nature trail through here, so I wouldn't be surprised if all this stuff was gone. They cleared it all out, all the red brick. Probably leave the stone, clear out the red brick. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, I know I'm running on at about an hour, so I don't have much time left. This is the way out, I'm pretty sure. Big giant pipe sticking out. And looks like we got a little bit of red brick survival in there. This. Another one. Always around the pipes. And over here. Definitely some survival. Some red brick survival. On the pipe. On the meltolithic wall. And on my way up and out. Got the red brick wonders that are just kicking around. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I think 2 hours here. I think that'll just about do it. Yeah, I think I've seen enough to kind of know what I'm looking at here. Definitely old melt site. Alright. I'll show you from above up here. Yeah, guys. It's all stone, I thought. Just old stone mill. That's what they probably call it, an old mill. Old mill system. Alright guys, have a good one.